The most gifted member of the Simpson family isn't Lisa, it's actually Maggie. Marge is planning a trip with her girlfriends, including Milhouse's mom,
Backstabber,
the doctor's wife,
Snob,
and the Reverend's wife.
Okay, she's pretty hot. I mean, hot for a Reverend's wife, but so judgmental.
But with everyone busy, there's no one left to take care of Maggie. Homer steps up and proudly declares that he's got it covered. As a good dad, he promises to keep his daughter entertained.
Where's Daddy Peekaboo?
But it only takes a minute before Maggie gets bored, while Homer starts playing with her toys himself. Suddenly, he hears a whistling sound coming from the room. Curious, he looks around and discovers that Maggie is the one whistling. Shocked and amazed, Homer realizes she has a real talent. Instantly, he starts dreaming up ways to make money from it. If he and Maggie could perform a father-daughter whistling act, he thinks they'd soon end up on the cover of fashion magazines, maybe even get a medal from the president. His path to fame and fortune finally seems clear. Homer decides to test their act at Moe's Tavern, but Grandpa Abe immediately calls him out, saying Homer himself doesn't have a whistling bone in his body. Abe explains that Maggie's talent must have skipped a generation, because back in his day, he was a whistling prodigy. But he got too proud and tried to perform a triple whistle act, tearing the ligaments in his lips. That's why his mouth looks so loose now. Since Maggie inherited his gift, Abe wants her to fulfill his lifelong dream, to make it big in show business. The first step, he says, is imitation. He starts by teaching Maggie how to mimic bird calls. A week later, the Springfield Talent Show begins its auditions. Abe proudly tells the judges that his granddaughter can whistle, but they scoff, saying whistling is too low-level a talent to impress anyone.
Fantastic talent! Now move along. I have a heart attack at 4 o'clock.
Lisa can't sleep. Someone's been whistling in the middle of the night, so she gets up to check. When she discovers that it's Maggie, she's stunned. She's not the only genius in the family anymore. Jealousy and insecurity start to creep in. To make Maggie look more like a star, Homer paints her nails and sneaks her off to the talent show. Backstage, every parent is acting like a strict manager, barking orders at their kids. Homer starts to regret his decision. Maybe Maggie deserves a normal childhood, he thinks. He's about to take her home, but Maggie refuses. She's worked hard for this moment and won't back down. Homer feels helpless. His little girl isn't the same baby anymore. From now on, she belongs to the world. Maggie steps on stage, ready to perform, but suddenly no sound comes out when she tries to whistle.
Look, she's got a tooth coming in.
Grandpa Abe panics and suggests pulling out one of her teeth to fix it. The judges and audience begin mocking her, saying a girl who can't whistle is worthless. Homer can't take it anymore. He storms onto the stage and stands up for Maggie, telling everyone that she's a wonderful child who even shares her pacifier with her, and that he loves every little thing about her.
And that's the tooth.
Back home, Homer tucks Maggie into bed and gently whispers, "If you ever find another talent, promise me you'll keep it to yourself."